For today are pizza, ham and turkey and cheese bagel, ravioli bacon, chicken Caesar salad.
Our sides today are refried beans and broccoli with cheese.
In national news, the winner of the hit TV show The Voice is Chloe Konowski. As the winner, she will join the upcoming show The Voice Neon Dreams, which is set to begin in the spring of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas.
Actress Eva Longoria is best known for starring in movie John Wick, and her husband Jose Antonio are expecting their first child together. Longoria told the news to People magazine.
At a family-run Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania, trees are delivered by dog sled. The Elshman family uses Newfoundland dogs who are big hits with visitors.
Now to heaven with your sports news.
Thank you, Linkers. In national sports, Charlie Villanueva, a basketball player for the Dallas Mavericks, was burglarized yesterday in Dallas. Thieves stole not only valuables but also his toilet. Good luck to our boys basketball players who have an away game tonight. The weather for today will be partly cloudy with a high of 49 and a low of 41. Now back to our anchor.
Thanks, Evan.
The Pearls Club will be selling candy grams for 50 cents at all lunches.
If you haven't checked your second semester schedule in Skyward, please do so at this time. If you have a concern, you must email your counselors or see them at lunch.
Students should report to school on Tuesday after the break, not Monday.
When returning, please report to your first semester college prep class, retrieve your computer, and check your schedule in case any last-minute changes are made.
On this day in history, in 1784, John Jay became the first U.S. Secretary of State.
Today's celebrity birthday is actor Samuel Jackson, who is turning 69 today. He's best known for starring in the movie Jurassic Park.
The quote of the day is from Abraham Lincoln, who once said, "No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar."
Here's Mr. Smith with important information, followed by Mr. Hardship with the rest of your morning news and some celebrations.
Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, staff and students. Today we're going to have an emergency lockdown drill during period 2 today. This drill is very important because it prepares us in the event of an intruder inside the building. And to show you how important this drill is, we have a short video clip to show you. Thank you and have a good day.
We need to put the school down in lockdown. We got a threat in the area.
Schools do lockdowns for student and staff safety.
Obviously, student safety is of paramount importance to all of us within the building, and a lockdown ensures that students within our school would be in a safe environment should there be an incident occurring in our neighborhood.
Once a threat is identified outside of the school or inside of a school, a recorded message will go over the school PA system, alerting staff and students that the school is going into lockdown. The administrator will get on the intercom and say,
"Good afternoon, staff, students. This is principal calling.
Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown.
lockdown, lockdown, lockdown 3 times, and then the loop will start.
Queen Elizabeth High School is currently in a lockdown situation. If you're entering the building, please clear the hallway, leave the school immediately.
Once that message is playing over the intercom, it will remain a looping message and will continue to play for the remainder of the lockdown within the building.
Administrators are usually in the office looking at our video surveillance system and being in contact with the police.
Staff and students are directed to go to a safe location within the building. A safe location can be designated as anywhere but in the hallway.
And if you are coming into the school, you're asked to leave the school immediately.
Police will be called to come to the school and either come into the school if the threat is in the building or set up points around the perimeter of the school.
We have 2 marked cars out in the front of the school. We'll keep an eye out and we'll keep you posted.
At the conclusion of a lockdown or lockdown drill, what will happen is the administration will be notified that the drill or lockdown is over, and a intercom message will be played throughout the school using code messages alerting the staff and students that the lockdown or lockdown drill is concluded. A key message that I'd like to give to any students is to take a lockdown very seriously to ensure the safety of the staff and students within the school.
As a parent, I know that a lockdown, especially in response to an emergent situation, can be an anxious and emotional time. We ask for your patience and allow us to do our job well. Our first priority is the safety of your child.
Good morning. I want to thank Mr. Smith and also thank the BTV crew for that video. Today, it will be very important during second period that all students follow that protocol. One of our core 4 expectations is being safe, and a big part of being safe is understanding how to be safe. These drills are done out of seriousness. God forbid we ever have a situation where we need to do that, but we want to make sure that all students and all teachers understand exactly what you're supposed to do so that we can keep you safe. So today, during second period, we will be around in the hallways. We will be checking doors. We'll be closely monitoring student behavior to make sure that everyone is doing what they're supposed to do. So I would ask students that you take that drill very seriously, just like we do with our fire drill and tornado drill, and make sure that we listen to instruction and we understand what to do during those lockdown drills. So thank you again, Mr. Smith. I am going to take a few minutes here this morning to do something very important that I want to make sure we take time to do, and that is to celebrate, particularly celebrate some of the amazing students that we have here at Belzer. I reached out to some teachers earlier this week and asked them to send me emails of students who they thought needed to be recognized. So we're going to do a very, very quick recognition of some students. I know that not every single student is here, and I will just read their names. Some of the students are here. I'm going to ask that they come up here in a minute, stand next to me while I brag on them and celebrate them. All of these students will receive a little bit of a prize or a reward this morning, but we just want to make sure we take time this morning to recognize some of the celebrations and successes of some of our students this semester. So we're going to start with Kayla Gomez. Mr. Rector says that Kayla always performs well, consistently at the top of the class. She always follows directions correctly the first time, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Kayla. Great job. All right. Have a good day. Next is Maggie Matern. Am I saying it right? Modern. I'm sorry. Maggie Modern, an 8th grader. Miss 2 says, along with Elijah Webb, who I don't see, that they always come in prepared to do their work. They take pride in what they're doing, and they are truly a joy to teach. I really appreciate their hard work. Keep up the great work. Miss 2 really appreciates you. Thanks. Have a good day. Nyrese Lang is not here, but Miss Barnes wanted to make sure we know that Nyrese has a great personality and is always willing to help out. She really appreciates him. Alejandra Condori Herrera. Did I say that right? And then how about Cassie Villanueva? No, not here. You are recognized by Mrs. Trotter. She says you've worked very hard this last month as a lead editor. You had to learn an entirely new computer program and got the publication ready in a really short period of time, and she really appreciates your hard work. Great job. Sitali Torres. Am I saying your name right? Silali. Okay, Torres. And how about Crystal Hill? Not here. Miss Bernard wants to say that you guys are great students in language arts. You participate in class. You are on time every day, and you are always prepared. She really appreciates you. So keep up the good work. Thank you. Emmett Harper. Felix Tellez. All right, Emmett, thank you for coming up. Emmett, Miss Bernard says that Emmett and Felix have both shown tremendous improvement in my class. Now they are completing all of their work and doing an outstanding job. Please keep it up. So great job. Miss Bernard wanted to recognize you. Thank you. Aquila Brooks is recognized by Mrs. Ducks. Mrs. Ducks says Aquila has made outstanding growth in all academic areas, especially with her reading. She is now able to do independent reading online and in other classes all by herself. She gives her best effort all the time, and it shows. So great job. Mrs. Ducks said great job. We appreciate your hard work. Okay? Thank you. Zarek Daly. I don't see Zarek. Miss Fields wanted to know that Zarek has put in a lot of hard work this quarter, and he has brought his grade up 3 letter grades. So she is very proud of his efforts. Now we have Ayana Smith, Nia Dooley, Jaden Price, Janiyah Beeson, and Brooklyn Murphy. We're going to see if we can fit them all on screen. Look right here. Okay, so all of these students are being recognized also by Mrs. Fields, because these are the students in each of her classes that scored highest on the quarter 2 assessment. Some of these students, I won't name any names, actually got a perfect score, 20 out of 20, which is no small feat. So we are very proud of your guys' work throughout the quarter, demonstrating what you know on that test and doing your best. We appreciate it. Great job. Kennedy Bradshaw. Kennedy, thank you for coming on. Mrs. Fields says, Kennedy has greatly improved her attitude and her work ethic in language arts. At the beginning of the year, she would hardly speak to me, but now she is vocal and checks in with me a few times a day to make sure she's on track. Her grades have gone up 2 whole letter grades, and I am so, so proud of her. Great job. Keep up the good work, okay? Next, Jose Garcia. And how about Renijah Tyler? Did I say your name right? All right, Renijah. So you are both being recognized by Miss Wood. Miss Wood says these 2 students are really stepping up their game in math. Their efforts are paying off, and it's making a huge difference in their grade and in their learning. So keep up the good work for Miss Wood. Great job. Nia Dooley, I think, was just on here, and she walked away, but Mr. Mickens wanted to know that she consistently models what we want from Belzer Bruins. She maintains positive attitude, excels academically, and also volunteers her time and seeks out other opportunities to help other students. All right, next, I'm going to read a long list. Actually, I have one more individual student, Zoe Rodriguez. Mr. Harris wanted to make sure we knew that Zoe is a citizen that helps out in class. She advocates for herself. She is a leader. She helped out greatly on the field trip, and she always seems to be putting others before herself. So Zoe, thank you, and keep up the good work from Mr. Harris. Mr. Alexander sent me a long list of names, and Mr. Alexander, I really appreciate you recognizing all these students. There's no way I could fit them all in here this morning, but I wanted to read their names. He says, these are students who I consider to be my academic leaders. They're always doing the right thing and setting a positive example for others. Heaven Caldwell, Kaylee Garcia, Alexander Luna, Ariana Powell, Nisa Yeladay, Mervyn McDowell, David Rogers, Amadeo Townsend, Michael Wilson, Nehemiah Boyd, Logan Harris, Darius McCann, DeAndre Siri, James White, Layla Gottschalk, Anaya Hyatt, Cameron Griffith, Cassandra Tuberville, Jamon Warner, Rayleigh George, Veda Hudson, Dalen Patterson, Elena Ragonisi, Serenity Ramirez, Anaya Tardy, Marisol Penny, Cameron Ricketts, and Kayla Gomez. So I know that was a quick list, but we're very proud of all of you, and Mr. Alexander appreciates you being a leader. We are quickly going to ask 2 students to come up and talk a little bit about academic pursuit. So let me find my names here. Martin, come on up. And remind me of your first name again. I'm sorry, Kennedy, come on up. So guys, Kennedy, I apologize, I don't have my list in front of me. So I want to talk a little bit about academic pursuit, and I'm going to hand you this microphone so that we can hear you when you talk. But I spoke with Mr. Schultz and Mr. Gerbrandt, and they were raving on and on about the success of our academic pursuit team. So will you first do me a favor and tell the rest of the building a little bit about what academic pursuit is?
It's basically just a trivia sport where someone says problems, and if you answer correctly, you get a point, and you answer wrong, you don't. Anything more to add?
No, that pretty much sums it up.
Okay, tell us a little bit about how you guys are doing so far this season in competition.
We're doing really well. We've yet to lose a match as the 8th grade team, and he's always top scorer, which makes me angry because I'm always second. But yeah, we're doing really well so far.
Awesome. Well, we wanted to make sure we knew about academic pursuit, and I wanted to commend you guys. Both Mr. Schultz and Mr. Sears said that, or Mr. Schultz and Mr. Gerbrandt said that often you guys have fewer teammates than the other schools the other day. In fact, we only had 4 people, so it was 2 against 5, and still we were able to pull out the win. So very proud of you guys. Keep up the great work, and I wanted to recognize you and all the members of Academic Pursuit. Keep up the great work. We're very proud of you. Thanks, guys. Okay, last and certainly not least, hopefully I've got all these students coming in from the reading intervention. There are going to be quite a few, and I'm going to just pull up some students, guys, and I appreciate your patience. I know this has been a little bit messy, but I wanted to make sure that we recognize these students. Students and teachers, many of you may not understand, or maybe some of you do, that we have a reading class that meets first period, and we have a number of reading classes throughout the building, but this is a class that gives a lot of direct focus on improving students' reading level. The teachers work very hard, the students work very hard, doing activities in class, working on a program called Reading Plus, and the entire goal of the program is to improve comprehension and fluency in reading. And we've got some teachers and we've got some students who have done amazing things this semester, and I am here to recognize students who have shown over 200 points of growth. Now what we did is we took their best score from last year. So some of them were in 6th grade, some of them were in 7th grade, but we took their absolute highest score last year and their most recent high score this year. And the students that I'm going to bring up here and the names that I'm going to call, actually I don't think they're all going to fit here on camera, but I'm going to read off all of these names, and I want you guys to hear these students. If you guys want to walk up here, you can. If you don't and you just want to be recognized, I have a certificate for you and also a free book. So hang tight for just a minute, but I want to read these names. These are all students that have gained over 200 points of growth in reading in just this semester. Kaya Wilson, Ryan Cherry, Denise Sargent, Taiwan Esco, Shamari Jackson, Janiyah Melton, Daquan Sanders, Miranda Morris, Antonio Weathers, Tatum Harney, Corell James, Alexis Nopalera, Devon Rudolph. Come on up, guys. Denise Tello, Ariana Bruce, Jayon Edwards, Nyrese Lang, Jeff McCain, O'Shea Randolph, Xavier Rajuna, and Marcel Torres. So at some point you guys come across that camera. But again, from the principal's seat, I cannot tell all of you how proud I am of your work. And I also want to make sure that our teachers that work with you every single morning, first period, know how much we appreciate their efforts too, because this kind of growth is not normal and it would not happen without the hard work of your teachers. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up here today. I want to give one final thank you to all the students that I recognized. Thank you for the good work that you've done this semester, and keep it up. Let's make today an awesome finish to our first semester. I do want to give one last final detailed reminder. At the end of the day, guys, remember that Chromebooks stay here. So 7th period, when you go to class, you've got to put that on the charging cord. Teachers, make sure that you're closing your door and locking that up so that things are stored and charged and safe over break. Guys, again, thank you so much for your work. Make it an awesome day.